ready for their push.
And they got a minute mark to work with right now, right? So Physics still has another flash to work with, but he's playing super passively. So they're going to play off contact here. Nice double dinks to start things off. And Bones might catch some players off guard. All of them are trying to move towards the A side, and Bones trying to find a timing.
Oh my god, Bones is just left spraying at the corner, making sure they keep their eyes on Heaven. But this flank around from YFP through the ramp have to deal with Scuba. And it's an easy job. Now YFP wrapping still around. Oxygen adjusts their position. Nice. Just gets early shots in. Fizz is looking behind like, what are you guys up to? Now with the guiding light, Fizz has been exposed that he's out in the open. Mitch on the other side. Swings, turns on Redux. 3 and 4 for Fizz.
This could potentially become a kill, and unfortunately he cannot. He's forced to fall back.
30 seconds left.
Oh, he's still trying to challenge. You don't know how many people are on the other side, and almost got away. So is the rest of A. Plant will ensue. Mitch is jumping around, seeing who's at the back of the site. Mitch gets a big ol' hug from Bones, and the retake ensues by YFP, taking everybody's names, but all in a corner. And sitting in Heaven watching this happen is Dapper. Redux in a corner, exposed, can boom bot and play around this wall, play around the corner, but didn't play safe enough. But maybe something for Dapper to clutch up with in a 1 versus 1. Spike being tapped there by Jonah, going through the smoke, and Dapper gets all types of mixed up into Heaven. Stomping down is the Trailblazer of Mitch. Good establishment on to Heaven, but now entering site is a whole different thing. Showstopper from Redux to get the plant and maybe even succeed on the post plant. You got the star.
We got Seekers
of Scuba at the top. And Oxygen have
a Trailblazer, which then allowed OSG not only to close the gap on distance,
pivoted. They've got the mid control that they've wanted. There's the Seekers from Mitch. Jonah gonna be in trouble. Puts Snakebite in. The smoke's down, but the flash from Oxygen is too good. But as they came out through the Heaven ramp, Oxygen got traded out, and YFP have re-anchored themselves on the B side. All thanks to someone like Thief. The smoke goes down, and Scuba enough damage.
Well, now that the pit came out, though, at least they have high Heaven's control. Satchel across, that's spotted by Scuba.
Too easy, too easy.
Scuba's just is Oxygen have those covered too. So YFP will play on their half. Physic and Penny needing to deal with Scuba, but that works out. And they deal with the pit, but time is running out for Physic and Penny. And Verno turns onto 2! The Zippo clutch for Oxygen. Going through top ramp, but it's an attacker's lockdown to at least push the Viper out of the pit. And Oxygen now getting hit by a judge. Bones is such a menace going up the rope. Not a fun climb, but Oxygen have the spike. Are still committed to backing up Dapper, who's deep into the site, into Heaven. He gets taken down. Backline members of YFP.
Last player standing.
And so it goes where it's just going to come down to gunfight. Can try to look at every corner you can. Now needing to check ropes in the back of this box. And Thief gets cover. All right, Empress from Penny. Ready to roll. Oxygen hoping to just overwhelm the defense in sheer numbers. But there's 10 seconds left, and Physic will not be moved. A 3K before he goes down, and Oxygen have to plant quickly, and Redux will do so in the smoke, and the paint shells right at his feet. But as soon as he emerges, Oxygen want to Heaven take the lead with the Trailblazer. It's Oxygen slowly but surely they get hit by a Paranoia, but Mitch at least trades. And the Snakebite is in B main. He is getting smoked off though, so it's a bit troublesome. It's all about timing for Oxygen. Didn't work out last round. Jonah gets pulled, and Oxygen needed to execute, and it's a bit messy, but not. Oxygen have to watch Heaven. Still looking at B main, and here's Penny ready for another Lear swing. Forces everyone into cover. Great reaction out of Oxygen to just play their lives. You just don't know how deadly Penny can be, especially on the Reyna, but Oxygen clean it up. Follow along with it. And mid, I mean, Oxygen have been cut off by smokes, boom bots are slowing them down. So they really want to get full benefit out of Mitch's ult. And how about their duelist, Redux? Oxygen want to push off of that. They descend into ropes and onto A, where that anchor of Physic has to go big again, but at least has Thief. No paranoia, but some firepower that is still significant, but not enough. Has one final flash, but wants this to be the one that ends YFP. And YFP just trying to hold their half of the site. Physic no longer there, and Dapper is holding the defuse, and Oxygen are backing him up. Oxygen take pistol through smoke and through vents, but not this time. So luckily for YFP, they're not going to mess with the judges, and if they set up far enough at A, the judges won't be as impactful. That's an opening pick for Penny, trailblazing their way onto the field. Oxygen's backline is getting hit too. YFP going for the plant. In heaven, though, is Redux. And Dapper gets discovered. So YFP off a Penny.
KJ playing towards the A side still. No changes in terms of how you're running your util. But this is different now for YFP. This time with guns towards the back of the site.
Spike down.
Unfortunate when your spike carrier's frontlining and gets picked, and Scuba relentless. And Redux assists just in time. But now over swinging, Oxygen get punished in that case, but Penny can't escape. Anyone in back B. So now YFP have to pivot back towards A. Heaven is still a problem. They have Oxygen playing all the way at the back of the site, but Verno is just spraying through the smoke, being so annoying. The YFP have 12 seconds left. They got to get this done. Who's traveling around here? Thief in Heaven has so many entryways to watch. To get the timing here on the Dapper, he does. Now there's a crossfire sort of that he has to worry about, knowing that Thief is in Heaven. And as the wall comes down, it's just better timing out of YFP. But after this timeout from Oxygen, see if they can stop this ramp push out of YFP. The judge, oh, it's time for fun. Double kill from Mitch, but a beautiful leer from Penny. Try and fight back against this. So YFP off of this information. Physic low can at least be the first one to spot this out. The pit has to live. Jonah emerges out of the safety of his cocoon and foils the.
So able to get the easier round there. So at 5 for YFP. They are trying to run behind the Seekers just to close the gap. Showstopper.
All right. Cool showstopper. Spikes in the corner. Redux gets out with 5 HP and sets up Dapper for a multi-kill. Options out of Oxygen. And knowing they need to go the distance against YFP, I don't know if they really need to use the old stab. Of course not. Not with all the util. Easy guides the spike into position. Physic plants at the corner. This is dangerous. You don't have control of Heaven, but Penny will catch Mitch. Empress activated there for Penny.
Redux 1 HP.
And, watching the flank. Oh, Verno gets away with that. Thief there for the trade. Top of B here and put the smoke down. Redux is maybe happy with this type of cover.
One enemy remaining.
But Oxygen still have to defuse, and YFP
Weapon here for Dapper so you can get full util. So Spike's gonna go off. Nobody's
ready for this push. This YFP and noise at B main. There's a teleport from Thief to check the back end. Scuba gets found. Here's the opening for YFP. 4 versus 2.
And Sue, you'll take it because this null command now being used, or sorry, the lockdown, being used by Verno is not going to do anything. Everybody's just playing long range at the spike. So they flood the site perfectly. They get the plant, and now they'll just play the time.
At least Verno gets one for the road. It's gonna go down with the ship. And YFP will get out. Now that they have that covered, Oxygen gonna plan to take. Here is the entry. Oxygen trying to hunt down where Penny is, and Physic tried to be, well, hidden in the corner. Wait for the perfect moment to strike, and now fumble. 2-man advantage for Oxygen with the spike planted, and the wins continue to accumulate for Oxygen as Dapper dominates Heaven. 2 at the top side there, Bones and Jonas. Only a satchel to work with, and a mistimed swing gives Oxygen the Zenny flawless. Where they can actually see. Oh, hearing that drop, maybe. Verno still gets 2 for his efforts. The head's just lining up easily like that. YFP, man down, but won't go down. without a fight, and YFP just catches Mitch from behind. YFP safe to plant. Redux with a boom bot. Kind of play off of contact, but foils that.
It's good ult.
And it's up to Scuba in a 1 versus 3. As Penny on a rampage, 3 kills this round. Now that Viper wall comes down there, Scuba has vision. Here's someone stomping below, and it was all just
G to pivot towards B. Already have an instant rotate, but these anchors on B side have to come up huge.
the flash. Paint shell. Redux leads the way, spraying before he even sees where the threat is. You remove the 2 defenders as Oxygen still have Jonah to deal with, and now the plant could be free. Physic has no flashes, only Penny to rely on, who's late to the party. So Physic goes 1-1, makes the job easier. 1v3 for Penny. With all the health clear, comes out, and Penny bones.
This is a different setup, right? They have the Scuba playing towards the A side. They can get ready for Suck, Nano Swarm, and Pain Shells on top of that.
Wow. Even with Bones getting on top of that box, Redux gets the headshot still, and YFP now down to only 1 member, and it's just over like that. The entry denied, and Oxygen take the series.
Towards the A side as well. Here comes the drop going in from the A lane. He's trying to create space, and there you go.
Spike down A.
Everyone from Oxygen have different plans, and watching the spike carrier, apparently not one of them, but Oxygen will still try to establish themselves on the site, but this box very nicely held by YFP. Now Penny ready to finish what they started. Bones has a trip in their way, and almost the pick that they got. Now getting tossed up by the breach. It's an easy pickup for someone like Dapper. Kind of got hit by Paint Shell there. But nonetheless, Oxygen just have to prevent the defuse, and Thief should have maybe just stayed on their side of the smoke. But as time runs out, Oxygen come out of that Scuba. Ready for the backstab. Has the paranoia. Where is the help from Oxygen to pinch through this? And there's Redux pushing up, trying to take advantage. And what a cool plan from Oxygen, but it doesn't actually get executed well enough. They'll still salvage the round.
Spike
Taking
down
control
B.
of the site.
1 enemy remaining.
YFP. It's all up to Penny and Thief, of course, but Penny with the 3K is who I want to watch. And they got the spike down too, but
1 enemy
from
remaining.
behind on their side. Now the plant going down. Penny versus Dapper in the ring around the Rosie, but Penny chooses the right side. And it's a camera to see. Is someone watching that back mid archway? Now with the neural theft onto Penny's body, they're gonna have the whole plan revealed to them. And YFP are trying to react fast.
An expensive round right now for them on defense.
They're ready. Using the boom bot, satcheling in. Bones doesn't even make it to the box, and it was just a short hop. Oh, Mitch at least collects. It's up to Jonah on a 1 versus 2, and still has to defuse. Knows where Redux is. Or be careful. And oh, the showstopper, but it's traded.
Towards extremities, yet Bones wanted to try to find more kills with the Sheriff down towards bottom mid when they have a lower buy instead of moving with the team and stack. At least Penny's there.
B.
At least Penny's there, yeah. Down the box, which is a tough one. Now they're getting smoked off. The spike has been tapped. Everyone is panicking, but no one can see each other. And YFP a bit luckier. But Jonah is sticking through the defuse, and Oxygen can't prevent it.
That is so sick. The knife being thrown towards the billboard. No util can be thrown. Throwing a one-way smoke on top of that.
Push. Now they're ready to smoke off every entryway for Oxygen. And at least Scuba will redirect and teleport and try to set up a paranoia, but Penny reads it like a book, getting 3 in this round. And Oxygen try to make up for it. Oxygen.
10 seconds
There's
left.
some breach util to shake up YFP. They steal the spike, just hope to get the plant off, and I'm surprised that they go for it. And time where the heck that is. Their hand is being forced. And Oxygen run into the site, take some damage, or at least Redux does, hoping to set up his planter for success. First kill for Oxygen, and already some pressure at the top of the site. YFP in trouble, and Redux with 2. Just gives the upper hand for Oxygen, leaving Thief behind.
What a strat by trip on the side. They all instantly fell, and that was just unfortunate at that point. So no opportunity to fake or anything, but
Oh my God.
let's hold that thought. Yeah, we're going fast here.
Spike down A.
Yeah, fast as heck. You'd have to be some kind of psychopath to go for a 2v4 play, but hey, we've seen it happen before.
Oh, no, now it's doable.
Now this is doable. A 2v4 clutch, now 2v3. Does Oxygen have the plan? They got the pick. Dapper
Enemy remaining.
is just that guy. He's got
Player
more the
standing.
ace. Denied at the end. For YFP. He's gonna tap the defuse. He's gonna stick it. Scuba has to check it. Not gonna stick it anymore. And the paranoia is just too good. Oxygen will tie.
Seconds left.
And Oxygen. Okay, now the paint shell has been revealed. Showstopper unleashed for Redux, jumping on in, but his backup got killed, and there's someone at the cross that almost stopped the Showstopper. Nonetheless,
Give me a call.
Oxygen trade 1-for-1. Neural theft for Oxygen. Spike
Spike
still
down
needs to be
B.
planted,
Last
and
player
YFP
standing.
prevented it. This 1v1 will be down to kills, and Deep is escaping. Dapper is behind. He's going for the kill, and it's too little too late. Jonah just trying to play his life, play off a contact with the camera, and Thief just gets found. Mid is just open like that. No trips, no cages, no fun. Well, maybe a little bit of fun. There's some judge action and elbow, and Bones gets paranoid. And Oxygen have a one-man advantage now, heading to A, and
Spike down
Jonah
A.
gets removed from the site. The spike keeps getting prevented from being planted. There we go, Oxygen. Reinforcements on the way with Physic and Penny around the corner.
One enemy remaining.
Oh, already an early pick as Oxygen just extend out. They're not going to let YFP plan the retake. It's all up to Penny. The pressure. Now this could be an early peek out of Oxygen at B main. But YFP, gotta be careful of this breach utility too.
Spike
But
down
Scuba
B.
wins the engagement, then the paint shells to flush out that last player from the box. Both teams go 1-1, but YFP are just way more
remaining.
injured in this case. And Oxygen dispatch this offense from B.
I'm out of here.
It's not been the cleanest way though. 1v2.
enemy
Using
remaining.
the speed, overwhelms for Oxygen. Now Dapper running out of time. Just trying to spray and pray, check everything he can, but Penny is just better. Just nicely stacked by Oxygen, but YFP have some nice angles. Can they converge? As Mitch is ready with the flash too, and as soon as Physic is revealed, Scuba executes. Penny's ready for the trade, and YFP have to fight back against Oxygen. And it's not
30
been
seconds.
the best
One
of
enemy
offenses
remaining.
for YFP.
Down
Not when
B.
Dapper spike there. You know that Dapper is around that corner with so many angles to catch. And now that the cage is down, there's even more to worry about. And Oxygen.
Sitting on a B/market hold. And now a retake on A site.
Satchel out.
The economy will be in shambles for YFP if they don't get this done. And Bones will deliver when they need the clutch. It's 2 first bloods there from YFP. They're coming through an unconventional way through B, but still one that Oxygen didn't expect. And it forces Oxygen, the defense, to play from the offensive B main. And Dapper just gets a lineup like that, makes it look easy. They can cage them off, tap the spike, but it's actually right in front of the doorway. He might spot a crack in this cage. And Neon, oh, that Neon of Penny was just trying to spray through it. And Knights, or not Knights, Dapper gets the 3rd and the 4th. And Scuba hits a nice or he's about to hit a nice paranoia. But is his team ready? Well, he already gets flushed out by the paint shells. Redux, Showstopper gets Penny. And the spike keeps getting tapped, forcing Panic out of Oxygen. And maybe YP could take advantage.
Rolling
Dapper
Thunder, yep.
will change out his gun.
enemy
Rolling
remaining.
Thunder, and Verno helps stabilize the team. A 1v2 for Bones. Just has to
remaining.
deny the defuse. Verno is halfway there. He gives up on sticking it. And now Bones can play his life. He can play time. And Verno has time. Aggressive on the defense was Penny on the last half. YFP made their way onto B. Just have to deal with the trips and some util there from Dapper, and Redux positions there with
enemy
the outlaw
remaining.
to get to. And it just looks simple when
Start seeing things starting to fall apart slowly here for YFP on the attack. And it almost feels like the wind was cut out of their sails when You had so many clutch rounds coming out from Dapper. They got owned by Rolling Thunder, by a breach hold at this point. This time they have the null command coming out from Mitch.
Goodbye.
And I said, the mid control is difficult. It's figured out, and you're walking in through there, and now you're just getting picked.
You're getting shot in the back too, which is although they've just all around done a great job working together. YFP, it's not impossible. 3v4, jiggle peek, and you punish Mitch. Null command though. It's gonna make things even more difficult for YFP, but Verno brings him back. Thief is 34 HP. Big showstopper against Redux is a big win for YFP. But now the numbers are still equal, and Bones is playing so close, tries to dodge the flash. A great job by Mitch.
Last player standing.
Still plays at an elbow, and all of Oxygen know exactly where this is. And that is just over. Oxygen will take the series.
I felt that was going to be a winnable round for YFP, especially then when Thief
Defenders
threw the
win.
paranoia to